Marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field. One of the keys to their long winnings. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep here for Landry. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And this one's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 81 yards. And the Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your...
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. And he's got room. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. 146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets continue to pull away here. Jets off. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Airing one out for Crowder. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 16, Wentz. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Wentz now to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. Touchdown, Colts! Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 40. 20. And he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And, look, let's face it. Even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants and the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe?
Now a hit and a a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Oh, none of that.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Colts take over a first down.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. Marlon Mack with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And some space here. Unable to corral him. He fights through. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll see. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's Mack to get it again on second down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Wentz going to throw. This to the outside for Mack. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 239 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Here's Mostert. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis. 60 yards. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counter.
This is caught inside the 15. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Here's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Indianapolis. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jets have recovered.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this one to Patrick.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Wentz to throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. There's the stiff arm. Fights loose. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Pushes by another. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean...
So that wraps up our first NFL Power Rankings of the 2021 season. Obviously, it wasn't too difficult to come up with first place. In fact, we had NFL insider Ethan Rhodes on the show earlier today, and here's what he had to say about our top choice, the Jets.
I went on to the Nia Polanco show last week and sung this team's praises, and they managed to improve to 5-0. Whether or not you think this team is a bona fide Super Bowl contender, you have to respect what this organization and their star rookie have managed to do in the first month of the season. All right, there is some legitimate young talent on that roster, and they are very well coached. The future is really bright.
All right, so here's the thing. I agree with everything Ethan said about the Jets. He is spot on, 100% on the money. But, and you knew there was a but coming, what happens when they eventually end up in the loss column? What happens then? And what if it ends up being 2 or maybe even 3 losses in a row? Because how they bounce back from adversity is what's going to take this promising young squad from the power rankings to the playoffs. You can mark my words. Write that down. But, yeah, I don't know. I tend to get ahead of myself sometimes, so let's chill. We've got plenty of games ahead of us. At least that's what a listener named Derek is saying in our chat line. Let's take a look at some of the
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. And it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert powering forward, fighting through. They'll get this up to the 34 and a good lane opening up right away for it.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And incomplete on a deep ball. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. On the handoff, this is Mostert. He's to the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Jets take the ball down the field and score their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a scoop. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. A first down throw for Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Play action now. Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
There's a nice move. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back to throw here. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put him in command before entering. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Airing one out for Crowder. And got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion?
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is caught. Touchdown! Corey Davis with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather. You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
The 2nd down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins again. Open here, Adam Thielen. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw, Cousins. And incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears...
And they're going to fake it. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Landry again, the intended target. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. A strong running. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Rolling to his left. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 13.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make the play of his own and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and that will increase their lead to 28. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the pass game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lets it fly for Thielen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
This is Mostert. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mostert. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. It was their defense that really knew the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about
I was talking with my crew before the show By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast the new Nike commercial they debuted last night. It was not good. It was amazing. You get all these dramatic shots with NFL stars like Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. But get this, the final shot, they reserve it for the rookie QB from New York as he puts on his Jets helmet and just stares a hole through the camera. I'm talking a serious mean mug. I mean, look at this. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Of course, some people just can't enjoy